Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the playoff here, the Championship District 2, Wilkes-Barre area and Williamsport. Big long ball coming here for our Williamsport as Angie Mendola now has the soccer ball. It is the Wolfpack in black, trying to get it to feet as Williamsport, who defeated Wyoming Valley West the other day 2-1, and Wilkes-Barre had a tough one against Delaware Valley in penalty kick. So this one is a 50-50 game. Johnny Mendola joining us here tonight. And, Johnny, your expectations tonight, this could go either way.
Yeah, I think that the Wolfpack have a good, strong defense, and they're going to be tough to beat.
I think this will come down to a one-goal game, a 1-0, a 2-1, something like that. Could actually go to penalty kicks, but Wilkes-Barre's kind of built, the girls' team and the boys' team kind of built similarly. They play defense. They get a goal here and there. And some of these young freshmen have stepped up this year for the Wolfpack offensively for this girls' team.
Yeah, I definitely think that a certain girl named Addison Corchado and a lot of sophomores have really stepped up in this Wolfpack team to try and help lead them to where they are today.
I think the mystery here is you don't know a lot about Williamsport. And, you know, you're just not sure what to expect. Ford, young lady who's back here now wearing number 20, she's the young lady who scored the difference maker against Wyoming Valley West. She's fast, and she can put one away. But Wilkes-Barre here with a direct kick free kick, whatever you want to call it, they'll get something. Big kick, far corner, perfect. Header goes high. Oh, man. Best chance there for the Wolfpack here early. A little bit of a late start for us working through some equipment issues, and you could do this 100 times and you still might have an equipment issue. Here is Williamsport. They are in white, and they'll have some young ladies that'll work this ball downfield. The key will be 20, Nyla Ford. You see her there kind of lurking right in front of Angelina Mendola. And now here comes Williamsport. They get it over to Ford. Ford gets it on her feet, kicks it back to her teammate. It looks like 7, Bria Phillips. They get it inside, kick it out. Back over, Phillips gets it again on her foot, and too many chances will not bode well for the Wolfpack. That'll be 0-0 for Wilkes-Barre area, Victoria Luna. She's done a nice job here as a sophomore, stepping in as the goalie.
Yeah, she's really helped with Wolfpack in their victories and has really stepped up for them in trying to make those big saves.
So Angelina Mendola was the goalie the first 3 years, and they said, hey, we need you to play defense. That is her natural position. She kind of took it on as a freshman, did a pretty good job over the years, but this year she's playing defense, wears 13, and her back there with her teammate, Leah Pryor, they could be a tough tandem there in the center. Now, one of the Wolfpack players not playing today is Layla Giardina, one of the seniors, so not in the lineup tonight. And Erica Serafin, one of the seniors here on this squad, will come out and we'll bring another player in here for Wilkes-Barre area. Williamsport just not able to handle that. It'll be it's going to be a corner. I thought that was off Williamsport. It went off the Wolfpack.
To me, it looked like it went off the Wolfpack there.
Okay, I missed it. Got to use my good eyes. You got the young eyes, so you're seeing things I'm not. So here's an opportunity, and this is what this game could come down to, is a corner or two.
That's how they scored their game winner against Valley West, right?
So Ford hanging out right in the center there. She'll be the one that they'll look to. She gets it off her body. Her and Mendola tangled, but Ford got her body on it, just unable to finish on that one. And then a little body contact over on that sideline. It'll be Wolfpack ball throwing there. So the Wolfpack again in black, Williamsport in white. 31-29 on the clock here in the District 2 for a championship. Over on the ladies' side. Booted down. Mendola will let that go past the line. So, again, like anything else, Johnny, corners, throw-ins, just this game, when you get into the deep into the playoffs, our district championship, a state playoff game, these little details matter. So you've got to take care of the ball and not give a team an extra corner or two.
Yeah, and these refs love getting fouls, so you got to be very careful on how you put your hand out or anything like that, a push or a shove.
Yeah, they're watching the game closely. They're experienced refs, so they're going to call things tight, as you would expect here in the playoffs. So a little move there by Wilkes-Barre, and they're trying to handle it, but unable to, and Williamsport still coming forward. Mendola steps on that one, boots it down, but it's going to some white feet there, as number 4, Addison Corchado, was a few feet away from that. Here comes Williamsport again on the attack. Right now it looks like the little bit more offensive team. Here's Ford. Can't give her an inch. She's got skill. Mendola tried to give her a little bit. She lulled her to sleep for a second and then right to the goalie. So little contact there.
Could have been a pen, but it looked like she got ball on that one. Very good tackle.
So I like the way Ford kind of lulled Mendola to sleep there. She's like, hey, I'm playing with it. Then she darted. Has good takeoff speed. That's going to be troublesome as the night moves along here, as Ford is kind of their go-to girl here for Williamsport.
Yeah, you can't give that girl an inch or she'll turn something into nothing.
We'll move along here for the Williamsport Millionaires here in our Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast tonight, the district championship. And Williamsport out of the back. Here comes Wilkes-Barre. Coming up with a little bit of a rush, Lily Sopke, and then they boots up in the air here, a 50-50 ball in the center. The taller Williamsport player there gets there, and now a dangerous play gets by. And the goalie's got to come out, and she does a little bit late there. That was a dangerous play with somebody with like Ford with those wheels.
Yep, you got to be aggressive as a goalie, especially with a fast girl like Ford.
Young lady in the middle, is that 18, the tallie for Williamsport? I'm trying to get her. Is that Jalen Helmrich? Young lady near the ball. She's the tallie who won that 50-50 ball. Here's one for Wilkes-Barre area. Anna Selski.
Yes.
So Anna is a 9th grader hustling around here for the Wolfpack. Headed out by Williamsport. Right now, the hustle would go to Williamsport. We'll get a whistle to go advantage Billport. Young lady down. Let's hope she's okay. Maybe just adjusting her spike. But Williamsport has that hour, 20-minute drive or so, comes off the bus, and they're ready to go here right off the get-go. Billtown kicks one down. Going to float a little bit. Alive right by Ford and booted out by Mendola, and that's a nice long ball. At least get it out of dodge. Wilkes-Barre will chase it. I think they'll lose it, but at least a decent effort there. Got to be a lot of pressure on a sophomore goalie for Luna, you know, in a playoff game, the championship here. She's risen to the occasion. I mean, you're not going to get much pressure than what they had on Saturday, which is penalty kicks.
Yeah, it was a lot of pressure, and she dealt with it well.
Delaware Valley took the advantage over Wilkes-Barre in that, and then Wilkes-Barre was able to respond and win 4-2 in penalty kicks. In the meantime, Valley West of Williamsport, it went to overtime, and then as you mentioned, Johnny, that corner, Ford was able to finish it and upset Valley West, the 4 seed versus the 1. Mendola came up aggressively, hit it off her chest, got it back, but they're going to boot another one in, and this one's long and floating and dangerous here for Williamsport. Off the head, and it will go out, and Wilkes-Barre, not sure if that was an offsides or it'll be a goal kick either way. Nice crowd on hand here tonight between Williamsport and Wilkes-Barre area. Friday night, a district playoff game between Scranton and the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre. So they get it over to Selski. She'll try to get it down there and gets over to some white feet out of the back. Booted out back there. Looks like Hayward. And here's a dangerous ball. Nice job by 15, Leah Pryor. Mendola and Ford down there, and Luna. Luna gets booted down there bad, and Mendola and her are both down. This is not a good situation.
No.
So Ford kind of ran into him. I don't think with intent there, but nonetheless kind of ran over either Mendola and or the goalie, and they kind of did a Malachi crunch and collided there.
Now it looks like Williamsport is trying to use their speed up top with Ford and just trying to send through balls and get their goals through her.
And everything is high, and then they're running to them, and it's working right now. So Mendola does come up. It doesn't seem like she's 100%, and Luna's, you know, an important component back there. Make sure she's good as well. So both players need to be 100% here for Wilkes-Barre. Physical game. I was telling this one football guy at a college, I said, you know, in some ways I feel like soccer could be a little bit more physical because you don't know when it's coming as much. Football is like, okay, we know the guy has the ball, we're going to go tackle him. But sometimes you don't know when that tackle in soccer is coming, and it could get physical, and legs and feet and everything kind of gets mixed up a little bit. We'll see as the night moves along here and how physical this game gets. A little pickpocket action down there by Billtown, and they will get the throw in here. It'll be number 33, Kalissa Reed, looking around. She'll back up just a little itsy-bitsy there. Back out, nice pass. Wilkes-Barre trying to get a little momentum. They just can't get more than 5 yards. Johnny, talk a little bit about trying to put together a pass or two to try to get some momentum here as we watch Ford do something with the ball. She starts slow and then tries to go fast. Here's a nice little side swiper. And Mendola will try to get on the tolly over there as she sees if she could get the corner. I think she's going to get it. Again, just got to be a little smarter there.
Yeah, you got to be aware for Wolfpack, and you got to be able to get on your man. You can't give this Williamsport team an inch, or else they're just going to pass through you.
So right now, Williamsport doing, I think, what they wanted to do, which is, okay, get the ball deep, as you mentioned, Johnny.
Yeah.
Get some balls down there, and then get a couple corners, and that one goal could make the difference.
Yeah, all it takes on one corner is just one wrong hit, and then for Wolfpack, you're down, and you got to be able to get back up.
Here it is, a floater header, just a little bit wide. That was the play they're looking for. Very close. So total advantage, kind of similar, I would say, possession-wise to the boys, Wilkes-Barre. They own possession a little bit more.
Yeah.
Wilkes-Barre was able to find a couple of things and just one more shot than them, but Williamsport was kind of dominating the possession.
Yeah, sometimes it only takes the right goal and you win. Sometimes a team could possess the whole entire game and the other team wins. So
Wilkes-Barre is going to have to work on the possession part because you just don't want the ball on this side of the field. And this will head down. It'll go out a little too much on that one. How about the weather, Johnny? Talk a little bit about late October, the 30th, to get this kind of weather. Is just, this might be the nicest mischief night. Is that still a thing?
Yeah, for a district final like this is like the best weather you could get.
70-some degrees. We got a few mile-an-hour winds. Supposed to maybe kick up to 5-6 miles an hour, but not too shabby.
Yeah.
Williamsport still. Here comes the look. Outside banger off one of the Wilkes-Barre area midfielders. Or was that Mendola? Mendola came all the way up. I didn't see her at first. I thought it was a midfielder, but she came up out of the back and got that out of dodge. But Williamsport gets it right back and shoves it in.
Yeah, Wolfpack seems like they're trying to play a long ball too, like Williamsport, but they just don't seem as successful because of how deep the Williamsport back line is.
This one still alive here for Wilkes-Barre. They'll send one down. Could be a racer between two defenders where you got to sell out at this point, I would have. And Wilkes-Barre just kind of a little tentative there. Here is an opportunity. Set over, far post, but nobody home.
That's the exact mistake that Wolfpack are hoping for, and hopefully they could get one with more in the game.
So Wolfpack Stadium tonight, the setting for the District 2/4 championship here between the Millionaires and the Wolfpack. Wilkes-Barre chasing this one. Trying to at least get it on their side of the field a couple times. They need some people. You look at all the white jerseys, Johnny, kind of like chess or checkers, and there's just too many white versus the black jerseys right now. To get over to Mendola, and her and Ford will tangle here in the middle. Ford will kick it out to her buddy, and then she will give and go. Ford alone here in the middle, and if they could get it by, and luckily the Wolfpack kind of get it in their possession. Mendola couldn't get it to the girl she wanted, and they will come down. Shot towards Luna. It goes a little bit wide. But you see how Ford is kind of meandering, trying to get behind the defense a little bit. Mendola stepping up, and she might just lurk back there.
Yeah, it seems like some of the Wolfpack players are focusing on the ball, and Ford's just looping around and getting into that space.
So dangerous opportunity here for Williamsport on our Wolfpack student broadcast tonight. Appreciate you joining us. John Mendola and Johnny Mendola tonight here on the broadcast. Another opportunity here. Ford goes lefty, and they are going to win the ball. They say that the girl in front, it looked like the girl from behind could have did something, but I think the girl in the front hit ball, so no foul.
Yeah.
Sent down, dangerous ball. Mendola luckily headed that one. They had somebody lurking on that far side. Again, hit in. Boy, Williamsport just a dangerous team with these balls coming in. Here's a big shot, maybe over Luna's head. Oh, just a little bit high. Another great opportunity here for Billtown. Boy, they do a good job of placing that ball where they need to.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one for Vicky to get up top.
And playing a little bit different, this team. So, you see teams kind of work it down the field. They're working it, but then they're sending those long high balls and hoping that something will be created. It's just the way this team maybe is built.
Yeah, the two center backs for Wolfpack are going to have to make sure they're on their game and win these headers.
This one comes down and gets on Williamsport's side. But again, another long, deep ball. Mendola hits it off, gets it to her teammate, but then it corrals backwards. And then Williamsport again winning all the 50-50s. So great hustle. Wolfpack will dirt dive that one, but it's going to get to Ford's feet, and she'll have a buddy there, and then a miss hit there, and the Wolfpack get lucky. That one goes out and will be the Millionaires' ball. So, quickly, a little bit more, Johnny, than 20 minutes have passed by. It's been a dominant Millionaire performance thus point. Wilkes-Barre still hanging at 0-0 here.
Yeah, let's see if Wolfpack could start getting some possession up here in the last 20 minutes.
They call a hold. This referee, this guy's been at it forever. He's about 80, and he is serious still about refereeing. He still plays softball at like a high level in the country. Like he's part of some of these softball championships, like a national team.
Really active guy, I guess.
He's an active fella. There's no doubt about it. Lucy, his last name, been at it forever. Somebody who was like 40, 50, 60 years old. They're like, wait a minute, he reffed my games. Yes, he did. He's that kind of guy. But, like anything else, referees in many sports have been getting older, and there hasn't been much of a youth movement. Here's a shot here. Dangerous. Maybe Ford will get there. Pryor running. Going to try to not make it a corner. Does she make it? And he says no. He's going to say a throw.
Wow, that was a great save by Leah.
Nice job hustling there by Pryor. Pryor's a 10th grader?
Yes.
So doing a nice job, and that one kicked out, and it's going to be a corner. So here comes yet another corner opportunity for the Millionaires.
Wolfpack are going to have to stop letting these corners go, or else.
3 or 4 is this? I think this is number 3.
I think this is, yeah.
You think it's 4?
I think I might be 4.
Okay. I'm old, you're young, so let's go with what you're saying. But nonetheless, for the Wolfpack fans, they're going to have to figure this out. Booted up and out. Under 16 minutes to go tonight here on a gorgeous night. You know, I always look at the weather before a game, a football game, whatever it is. And it said 5 to 6 mile an hour winds. It feels like 2 to 3, right?
Yeah.
Now, we're at the football game a couple weeks ago, Wolfpack. It said 4 to 5, and it was like 10 to 11. So, like, you kind of get a feel for what that's like and then how that could play out in the game, football teams passing or whatever. But for soccer, these high balls right now aren't getting hung up from Williamsport. Seem like they're going pretty well. We've seen a lot of high balls here for the Millionaires.
Yeah.
So this will be one here in the center of the field by Williamsport, and then battled here back in the center. Can't tell, Johnny, 16 or 18, the tall girl there in the middle for the Williamsport.
That's number 17.
17? The tall redhead girl?
Oh.
I think it's 16 or 18. It's either Emma Poole or it's Jalen Helmrich. And that's what I needed your good eyes to see. See how her hair is hanging right near the numbers? It's confusing me a little bit. I can't tell.
I think that's a 16 Emma Poole.
Okay. Playing well and been pretty dominant there as a tallie in the center for the Millionaires. Not just tall, but talented. But the forward young lady who wears number 20, Nyla, is the dangerous young lady who is on top again, who scored that game winner against Wyoming Valley West. But the way this team's playing, it could be anybody right now. Billtown still playing offensive-minded soccer tonight. Wilkes-Barre's going to have to, I don't know if it's a whole lot of switching stuff or it's just a matter, getting possession.
I think it's more of Wolfpack trying to find that one through ball or build up play to try and get a cross in and find that forward.
Their team has kind of been built that way of, finding that offensive player and then making a play. And a lot of times it has been Addison Corchado finishing plays this year for the Wolfpack. She's been an offensive stalwart for them. But a young team in general. They have a couple seniors as leaders here, but some younger players here in this squad that will step up and do some work. Number 11's been getting some work this year. Jacqueline Rico, a ninth grader. Far side right now, but Billtown takes it from the back. So you get that cut coming across here. And just off of feet, Mendola will try to get it over to her teammate, but it's going to take a bad bounce. Getting it in the air is tough sometimes. Feet and ground a little bit better, but, sometimes you got to put it up in the air.
Yeah, it seems like these Wolfpack defenders are just eating those up right there.
And that will go out right now. 12:45 on the clock. It is our Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast, the District 2/4 4A Girls Soccer Championship. John Mendola and Johnny Mendola with you tonight here at Wolfpack Stadium on an absolutely breathtaking evening. The sky was gorgeous when we getting ready to start tonight, and here we are with no score deep in the first half.
This might just be the one build-up play that Wolfpack have to get their goal.
Well, they're going to need something. They're going to need like a lucky bounce, a good throw, something right now. Here comes Pryor in the center. They'll make her work for it. Pryor gets a big boomer. It scores!
Oh, my God.
Unbelievable.
Wow, that was a beautiful shot by Leah Pryor.
That was a banger. It just kept looking. It's floating. And just over her fingertips.
Right off the post into the goal. That was one heck of a shot.
That'll be a memory for her for the rest of her life. Whether they win or lose, that is just a heck of a shot.
I believe I was hearing today that she was going to score, and she did.
Now, you got to hold off. Billport. At this point, they go up 1-0, and that's going to be tough to do.
Yeah.
Headed forward. And here comes Williamsport. Coming down. Ford now looks like, okay. I saw what you could do, but watch this. She looks like she's ready to get charged up here. Wilkes-Barre Trying to build up here a little bit. Possession off of Tootsie Toes there of Erica Seraphin. Back over, Ford, body, Pryor gets it deep. And then that goes out. 11:18 on the clock. Wolfpack answer first here. And again, Johnny, you had mentioned it. Sometimes you don't possess, but you get a shot, and Pryor's just able to put that one in. But again, there's still a lot of soccer to be played tonight here for the District 2-4 championship in 4A. Here's one that is dangerous. And there's another player that has made some offensive plays this year, Jordan Prashinsky. Wolfpack building up again. Wilkes-Barre area, could this be a, they're going to get there. Seraphin, I think she might. Got to keep it alive and offer Tootsie Toe. Couldn't keep it in. So a tough one there for Wilkes-Barre area, and one they would have liked to possess and cross. Could have been their first cross. They haven't gotten a corner yet.
Yeah.
So just the shot by Pryor.
I think this shot will start to make Wolfpack a little bit more hungrier for another goal and start to build up better and work harder.
So that confidence possibility here for Wilkes-Barre area, but a 50-50 battle, and they're going to call that on Williamsport. Tough call there against Billtown. Might have got a little bit of a hold there on that. We might not have seen it. Here is Pryor. We'll bang this one. Gets under it. This one going forward. Wilkes-Barre, can they get there? Prashinsky was there at first. Williamsport still looking to play it sideways, and they do. Thought. Well, communication, you got plenty of time to turn it around and maybe get it upfield. Couple of offensive players in here for WBA at the 9:30 mark. Wilkes-Barre area clinging to a 1-goal lead tonight. Wilkes-Barre. Angelina Mendola got no sauce on it as the body's got in the way, and then they kick it back up in the air, and Ford is around, lurking. Wilkes-Barre's going to have to try to get rid of this. Keep hitting it up in the air if they could get by here, and luckily, good job there defensively. Pryor came all the way over.
Yeah, that could have been very bad for the Wolfpack with just 2 defenders there, and it looked like Ford was going to get that.
Williamsport hits it down, goes off of Pryor again. He's been very active tonight. Williamsport still playing with it. Here's a good look, 18-16. I got 18. 16. You still got 16?
I still got 16.
All right, so Emma Poole, you're getting all the credit tonight. They're playing large in that middle. Race down the sideline, Billtown.
Good stop
kicked out.
By the Wolfpack.
Throw, we're getting a throw. Williamsport on the throw, just over Ford's head. Mendola, Ford, somebody else, and they go high. Poole. That was her. Wilkes-Barre goes sideways. Nice little simple pass here for Wilkes-Barre, trying to possess. Poked away there by the defense. Oh. Sent down, not going to get there. Throw in here for Wilkes-Barre. How many have they had of those? Not too many of those as well, Johnny.
No.
So our student broadcast tonight here for Wilkes-Barre area, the District 2-4 championship in 4A. Wilkes-Barre, open look, and the ripper goes left, and it'll go out. Does it go off a Williamsport footsie? It does. We're going to get a corner.
Williamsport goalie looked like she might have touched that.
I thought one of the other players might have hit her foot or something, and then she thought about it, so it was one or the other there. But nonetheless, Wilkes-Barre with their first corner of the night with 6:28 remaining here in the first half, clinging to a one-goal lead in anybody's ball game tonight with Billport coming to play, no doubt. This is a beautiful high floater, and Pryor got something on it, but it'll be a goal kick. Johnny, talk about doing a corner, or where you would like typically to have that ball, and, far post usually?
Yeah, usually if you're going against a good goalkeeper like this one, you're probably going to want to put it in between the 6 and the penalty spot and get that sweet spot. And it looked like that's exactly where Elena Reese put it. And unfortunately, Leah Pryor just could not get a good head on that. But she almost did.
Sometimes you could, sometimes you can't. 5 got to kind of knock the wind out of her. Ford will get a little momentum here, and this is where, let's see what she could do. She brings some flavor with her. Pryor pickpockets that, and then nice job here by Wilkes-Barre trying to get it out of dodge. 5 still a little banged up here, and they'll whistle it. And luckily there for Wilkes-Barre area as they get the call, and she'll have to come out. So that was Elena Reese that got the wind knocked out of her. It looked like it might have got her in the small of the back, but maybe it got her when she turned in the rib area.
Yeah, it looked like it could have hit her right in the side of the rib maybe.
All right, so a little switcherooski there for Wilkes-Barre, and hopefully she's okay. Williamsport back trying to possess this soccer ball and tie this up off the head. Wilkes-Barre. Footsie. Try to get it sideways. There's just too many white jerseys there. Wilkes-Barre's got to get another jersey up, but they didn't. And here comes a dangerous look down that far side. Mendola will chase, and everything okay there. Get a goal kick. So
good shield by Mendola.
It's a tough play because you come over as a defender, like, do I kick it out, try to get the throw in, or do you hold off? And it could get physical there.
Yeah.
Luckily, it worked out there for the Wolfpack. Williamsport still lurking. 4:46 on the clock. Booted out. Dangerous here as Wilkes-Barre has to win those footsie balls, and they're not. Coming up like shot out of a cannon there was Pryor. And that was a huge play of being aggressive. Wilkes-Barre sends one over. There's literally nobody home there. Nice thought process, but Wilkes-Barre's got to get a player up.
Sometimes in that play, you might want to just swing it back around and play back to your defense and just wait for the opportunity to come.
And it's not easy to do at the high school level, especially over on the ladies' side. It does happen, and this one's going to go off Wolfpack feet there. Not going to be able to chase it down there. It was hustling number 6, Lily Sopke. So the Billport Millionaires will get a throw in here. Less than 4 minutes. 33, a nice tall defender there. Calissa Reed out of the back has been playing pretty solid there for Williamsport tonight. Here's Reed again. Lefties one in. Trying to get it over to Ford. Pryor steps up one more time. Johnny's 16, Emma Poole over there. And then Mendola will have a chance here, and she kicks it. Thought she could either let that go
or took another touch
or controlled it a little bit, and she decided to boot it out there with 3:22 to go. It's always easier being the critics up here, right?
Yeah.
Than when you're on the field. No little battle there between Ford and Mendola. Mendola tried to get it. Poole got there. This is dangerous. Here's Poole's going to send one over. It's off of a head and almost made it for Billtown. They'll knuckleball one in, and then Luna smartly let it go. But that was another dangerous opportunity.
Yeah, Williamsport's getting those dangerous crosses in, and it almost is working. They just need to find that one time where it could.
Booted out. Oh, look at that far side right now. Wide open, not on sides, but Wilkes-Barre has somebody over there. And
got 3 girls on her. Oh.
Yeah, now 4. And here comes Mendola here in the center. If she could take off, little give and go, just too much traffic there. She just needed to take it, I think, on her own. 2-minute mark here, Billtown. Wilkes-Barre, nice pass. And they got to keep running towards it. Can they make it happen? They're going to run to it. It's going to stay in and scooted out there by Billtown. Throw in here for Williamsport. Trying to control here by Wilkes-Barre. Johnny, with 1:24, you'd like to maybe just get rid of the ball. Now you got Billtown coming in. Somebody's got to step here to stop her, and they do. And Ford, offsides by how much? A hair?
That had to be barely like an arm. I mean, that was a really good counterattack by the Williamsport Millionaires. And Wolfpack has to notice that and keep some more people back.
So a good effort there by Billtown of trying to make something happen, and almost did there as Ford was lurking. 49 seconds here in the first half. Johnny, if you're the Wilkes-Barre area coach now with this amount of time, do you just say, hey, kick it away, kick it away, kick it away? You got to just try to get through the half, right?
Yeah.
This is dangerous. Here comes Prashinsky. Can she get there? The goalie's out. No. And you're going to get a long throw in. You got 30 seconds. You got to get all your players down. This is where you're barking right here. And you see Jason Nolan over there, the assistant coach.
Yeah.
Get down there. What happened there? That was so quick. Was everybody ready? Did they have all the players down?
It might have been either a foul or, what looked like a foul.
6 seconds on the clock here in the first half. And it is over. First half, 1-0 Wilkes-Barre. There's a whole other half coming. It's going to be exciting. Johnny Mendola, John Mendola here on the Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast tonight. We'll be back for the second half. All right, here we go, second half. Wilkes-Barre clinging to a 1-goal lead, and dangerous. Mendola's going to have to get rid of it. Does, and finds a little hole there. That was tough. So it'll be a throw in here for Billtown. Now the Wolfpack trying to go the other way. Looked like it might have hit a hand there. No call. We'll get a little different angle here on some of these young ladies for Williamsport. That one gets kicked out there by Williamsport. Adjustments for Williamsport at the half. You're their coach. What do you say? Do you say, hey, stay with it, we're going to get one, we're closing in, or is there something else they need to do?
I think that Williamsport probably needs to look for more wide opportunities and getting those crosses in, because they seem very dangerous when they get those crosses in compared to when they send a high through ball to their forward number 20 forward.
Here's another opportunity. Coming down is Billtown. They get it to Ford, and Ford's going to get her footsie near it. Mendola with a slide tackle.
That was Pryor.
Oh, that was Pryor. What, did they switch sides? I was like,
I guess so.
Leah Pryor just playing a heck of a game tonight. Mendola was here earlier, I thought, and then it switched because she's the lefty. But Pryor, you're right, came over and made a fantastic play on that. Here comes a corner for Billtown. All right, now those winds are kicking up a little bit. 6-7 miles an hour I'm going to go with. Corner, Billtown. Send it across. It's floating the header. Oh, just a little wide. The Tolly came in to try to get it home.
And that was a great header by number 6 on Williamsport.
6?
It looked like 6 to me.
Sure.
I think it was 6.
All right, let's go with it. Aviana Jordan. I thought it was this 18 again, 16. A blondie. You thought it was the brunette, I think.
The one taking the throw-in, I think.
I might have to get the eyes checked. I don't know.
Maybe I
Something's going on. Boot it out. They switched again. You see that?
Yeah.
Now Mendola's here. Pryor's the one who kicked that one out. So they're just trying to. One wears 15, one wears 13. Pryor goes down. Here's a slider. This is going to be dangerous here for Williamsport. Nobody came up. They're just letting it go. And yeah, Ford. Anybody? No call, Ford. Mendola pushed her out. No call. Up in the air. They're letting it play. And Wilkes-Barre runs into the girl. And then they just said it was a 50-50 ball. And then still going. It's like rock'em sock'em robots here. And Wilkes-Barre gets the call. It kind of tough no calls there, but
yeah.
Would you have kind of called it the same way? It was tough.
I think it was tough on that call, but I guess I would go Wolfpack's way, too.
I think from the fan standpoint, you're thinking if you're Williamsport, like, man, how do we not get a call here, right?
Right.
But, you know, it didn't go their way, and now Wilkes-Barre gets it down. So tough play there. And in regards to Williamsport, maybe hoping to get a call, did not. Over. And to White feet. Now it's in the air. And Pryor. Back over. It's a nice pass if she could get there, but Billtown does get there. Now Billtown will come across. Pryor will address this young lady down the sideline. And then boot it out. So as advertised, Williamsport grinders. They're just scrapping their way here and hanging on for hope because they trail by 1 goal here to Wilkes-Barre, but opportunities seem like they're still coming for them.
Yeah, they really want it right now, and I'm sure their coach knocked some sense into them in halftime.
Sure, there was a nice conversation over there with their coach and saying, hey, this is what we got to do. How about Wilkes-Barre's coach? What do you think the theme was for them? Possess more?
Yes.
Down that right sideline is going to stay in. There's only one Wolfpack player coming down the center. Seraphin's trying to trail. It is Prashinsky sends a Jimmy the Ripper there, but it is gobbled up by their goalie, Chloe Pennings. 35-13 remains. Wilkes-Barre 1-0. But Billport is close. Kicked over. Dola kicks it down, a little too much sauce on it, just past Seraphin, and they'll let this roll out. But one good thing for the Wolfpack is it gets an extra 10, 15 yards there on the roll. Now, that wind is kind of kicking a little bit more towards the Wolfpack offensively, so I'd say a slight advantage with the wind for them here in the second half. We're seeing these balls float just a little bit more now from Billtown. And that looked like it was off the Wolfpack. It'll be Williamsport throwing here. That'll be number 7, Bria Phillips. And she'll give it back to her tall defender there, 33, Calissa Reed. Goes back to 10. And then back down, forward, right near her feet. She'll send it over just too much on it, and it'll go out. So a tough break there for Williamsport. Crowd into it tonight here at Wolfpack Stadium. Wilkes-Barre, the 1 seed by a hair over Wyoming Valley West, and then they had to play. Wilkes-Barre had to play Delaware Valley, and Valley West hosted Williamsport. And right now, it's going the other way. Is that Prashinsky over there? No, that is number 4, Addison Corchado. She'll send it down. It kind of floats through one, but nobody else there. And then back over to feet here for number 11, Jacqueline Rico. Rico sends one down, goes off Billy Port's feet, and then Wilkes-Barre hustling it. More Billtown. They'll send a little floater. Kind of seem like they're doing similar stuff that Williamsport did in the first half, the way that wind's working for them.
Yeah.
And hustled out there as Seraphin kind of ran up on it, and Williamsport will get the throw. Good job by Wilkes-Barre. Ford waiting. Ford going to get it to her feet. 24 is there. Pickpocket job there by 24, Elizabeth Pachucky. So good work. Coming up hard is Billtown. Over to the other side here. And that'll be 6, Lily Sopke addressing that. And then Prashinsky gets it. It's going to get to Williamsport feet again. But, Johnny, it seems like Wilkes-Barre's getting a little bit more opportunities here in the second half with this win.
It seems like it's been more of a 50-50 game this second half.
Here is Ford trying to make it. But luckily there was Leah Pryor guarding that defensively for Williamsport. As we hear that wind kick up just a bit. Williamsport coming and knocked away there by number 5, Elena Reese. And then booted out. I think we're going to get throw here for Wilkes-Barre. Now we're feeling that wind. And Johnny, we went 6-7. Now I think we're like 9-10. It's coming up here. Here is Mendola with a little bit of open space here. Going to take a chance. Defender. She sends one across the middle. Nobody from Wilkes-Barre is home, and it just gets booted up in the air. Mendola's going to be able to head it there. And now she'll try to follow it up there with the midfielder. Nice job by 7. Dangerous play, and Pryor takes a chance aggressively. Going to get a bounce here for Wilkes-Barre. Here is Seraphin, goes across to the middle. Wilkes-Barre sends one down, and the little lollipopper doesn't make it as needed to either make another move. There's really nobody home there for Wilkes-Barre crashing in. 31-17 on the clock. This wind, I think, could be the factor here in the second half. Johnny, advantage. Somebody scored. Now can you hold off Billytown? Wilkes-Barre with the pass just a little bit behind as Williamsport tries to get it back downfield. Bria Phillips battling over there with number 24, and Elizabeth Pachucky gets the job done. Seraphin over to her teammate. And Williamsport coming with a charge. Rico, they're going to call foul on her from behind. Wilkes-Barre will try to settle in here defensively. You keep it low with the way this wind is kicking.
If I'm Williamsport, I'm going to try and drive this in low, but still in the air, like around neck height.
All right, here he goes. This one's high. This one's dangerous. Ford is there, and Luna, luckily, makes that save. That was almost a perfect ball.
That was a very good ball. If only Ford could almost get that header in.
She's there lurking. 30-minute mark. Williamsport here, knocking on the door. They send one to Luna. Oh, man. Did that thing look like it was going 5 miles an hour and then a million right at the end?
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like it was going to knock her over. That wind caught a hold of that ball. That was dangerous. Williamsport is so close to maybe putting one home. Is this the shot? Just over the goal post. Johnny, do you panic right now if you're Wilkes-Barre? I mean, it's a tough situation here. What do you do? I mean, they're getting some subs in here, but they've got to possess this ball to keep it out of Williamsport on this side of the field.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Wilkes-Barre, you're going to want to start taking your goal kicks more of short passes so you could start building up the play and win the ball and possess. And that's what they need to do right now, but
Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast tonight here for the District 2-4 championship. The Millionaires of Williamsport took the nice bus here to Wolfpack Stadium on a gorgeous night where the wind is just getting a little stronger and will play probably a factor in the decision-making here overall. Billtown. Get one down. Ford will get it on her body. Ford kicks it sideways. Mendola tries to get in the way, and her defender comes up and sidewinds that one out. So Pachucky went sideways instead of long, but still got the job done temporarily here for the Wolfpack as the Millionaires are knocking on the door. Ford and Mendola. Mendola hits it out right in front of Ford. It'll be a deep throw in here for Williamsport. Millionaires will look to finish here. Another throw in coming. Reed to Ford. Through Mendola's legs, it'll be a goal kick. That was lucky. I thought it hit off one of her feet. 27:42 on the clock. A district championship on the line. The opportunity to play for states. Election night, November 5th, is the opportunity either for Williamsport or Wilkes-Barre area to try to cash in. They'll play the 4 seed at a District 1. Whoever wins this game, they'll have their hands full because soccer in District 1 is usually pretty ridiculous, and the 4 seed is really good. Sent down. Off of Williamsport. I take my time, milk it a little bit. I know, I just say I don't want to say you want to concede that Williamsport's possessing the ball more, but they are, and you've got to be very smart with every touch you have. Can you finish another one? That would be monstrous for Wilkes-Barre right now.
Yeah, I believe if Wolfpack could finish another one, I think this game could be leads ahead, and Wolfpack could have almost like a shutdown for Williamsport.
We'll see here. It seems like Williamsport just keeps knocking on the door. They're not going away. They're a good itch right now for themselves, a bad pimple, whatever you want to say, but they're not going to go away here. Pryor, Ford, the dangerous one. Ford looks for people. She's going to send it sideways, finds a nice body here. It's number 7, Bria Phillips, who's open, and this one comes through. It's dangerous. Mendola tries to get a footsie on it, and she does. So a little ricochet there. Williamsport's still coming, though. And it goes sideways here for Billtown. And still in. Between 2 defenders, she knifed it through. What a heck of a job there by number 16, Emma Poole. Throwing. Ford. Hit an arm, but nothing crazy there. It was a good no call, I think. Williamsport out of the back. Send it down to feet. Almost won it. Now they'll go sideways. Now Wilkes-Barre will go sideways and hit it out. How do you do this, Johnny, for another 25 minutes if you're Wilkes-Barre area? This is nerve-wracking.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Williamsport seems like they're very good in passing around this box, and it seems like they're just one pass away from getting that shot off. But these Wolfpack defenders keep blocking and stopping them.
Little thievery there by Mendola. Stole that away from Ford. Coming hard. Mendola Got it to a foot, but it was a white jersey. Back over. Williamsport just won't go away. Still coming. Here comes a shot. It's going to be far post. It's dangerous. Still alive. Will Luna go get it? She does. That was scary if you're Wilkes-Barre.
That was a very aggressive play, and I think it was very good.
I think if you're Williamsport, you just keep doing what you're doing. One of these have got to go, so you think. They're just so close. Wilkes-Barre with possession. They'll send one deep. Will it fall their way? It's still going. Still going. Bouncing around a little bit, and then they bang it down. And now off a footsie. Coming over is Ford. Ford will let it off, and it'll get to Luna, and Luna will just need to be smart here and does. So a nice job by the sophomore keeper with 24-11. 1-0, Wilkes-Barre. Prashinsky, this could be the perfect pass. Far side, Corchado. She'll circle around a little bit. She'll send one to the middle. It's going to be not there for Prashinsky. Off just a little bit. Hustling up there. And knocked down. It's going off of Wolfpack. Good no call there. Reese was running up. Just a little body. She happened to fall, I think, and tripped a little bit. Didn't think it was anything malicious there on Williamsport. Still alive here for Billport. Alive. Williamsport now on a rush. Williamsport looks dangerous here on that far side. They get it over to the middle. Knocking a player down by accident, and that's a tough call there if you're Williamsport.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a very accidental trip, but lucky for Wolfpack, you stopped to attack and, it went their way.
She was going for the ball, but, that's the call that was on the field, and they got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Billport still coming. Wilkes-Barre's there. Off a little shinny. And Wilkes-Barre and Williamsport 50-50. Who knows what's going to happen? It's up in the air. Pryor is there. Pryor got a little bit on it, but Williamsport's still coming. And they'll get it over towards one of the players and knocked down and knocked away, and Wilkes-Barre trying to possess. Go, go, go is what they're saying, and she stayed and she went and just didn't work out. 22:32 on the clock remaining. Johnny Mendola here on the Wilkes-Barre Area Student Broadcast. And could Wilkes-Barre make it here? It's Prashinsky coming. I think it goes off Wilkes-Barre here. What do you think? Ooh, they're going to call corner.
Wow.
I thought maybe she had hit it last, but
maybe the refs had a better angle than us.
You're right. They did. Coming up on that 22-minute mark here in the second half, 1-0 Wilkes-Barre. Girls Soccer District 2-4 championship for the right to head to states and put a medal on, and who knows what's going to happen. This has been a defensive battle. Wilkes-Barre with a rare corner tonight. A wind might just carry it the right way for the Wolfpack. Let's see what happens. They'll send one across, and it's deep and out. Always want to try to put a ball in play. Easier said than done, especially with this wind.
Yeah.
Got the District 2 Field Hockey Championship. That's going on tonight. Got some other soccer in District 2 going on tonight as well. Williamsport will get the throw here with now just under 21 minutes to play. Knocked out here by Wilkes-Barre. That'll be Williamsport ball. Up in the air, Ford has a little bit of wiggle room here. She'll send it over to her teammate. Wilkes-Barre kicks it out. Would you sell out here defensively, Johnny? Even move some of your offensive players back and just say, listen, we're going to play defense and try to win it 1-0 at this point?
I feel like with 20 minutes to go, I feel like it's a little too long. I think you might have to still play a little bit offensive and try and score your goals but you don't want to get too aggressive, or else that could be what Williamsport needs and gets a through ball for. So, got to be right in the middle.
Play it in the middle. I heard that once before. Stay close to the middle. Not too high, not too low. Under 20 minutes to go here tonight. The possibility for Wilkes-Barre area. Can they send one through to the side? No. Good opportunity. Prashinsky, I think that was. And the keeper will take care of it here for Williamsport. Banged up in the air. Here comes Mendola, heading it, gets it over to her teammate. Good play. She's worked on that this year, and that's been a little bit more of a complete part of her game. There's a high floater that is dangerous. You got to stay low with the ball right now, as Pachucky sent that one up about 50 feet in the air. That wind getting dangerous. Still, pickpocket job by Rico. More Wilkes-Barre. Corchado trying to get over to that sideline, send one off the Williamsport feetsies, if there is such a thing, and out in front of the bench. Another thing is a minute goes by, Johnny. We're under 19 minutes ago. Now it's clock time. You're trying to milk anything you could, clinging to that 1-goal lead. Here comes Wilkes-Barre, getting it forward. It's Erica. Close on that one. Seraphin was coming over. You're hoping they could get some feet to it, and now to be a throw-in. You're killing some time, but boy, as you had mentioned, Johnny, 18 minutes, it's a lot.
Yeah, I think that Wolfpack just needs to start playing a little bit more of the shorter balls, and they could get more opportunities up in the offense.
Wolfpack in black. Williamsport in white will come out of the back and get feet to feet. Good job over there by the Wolfpack coming up, and they kick it off one of Billport's players and get the throw. And you want to kind of take your time still, I think, here if you're Wilkes-Barre, as you know how hard it is to get a goal. Pryor came all the way up and really aggressive. Pachucky will send one, and it will go out. Under 18. Billport with the throw-in. Gets over one head, kicked up in the air. Mendola gets her footsie on it, but it goes to a Billtown footsie. And then Rico makes a real nice play there, just getting in the way, and they'll kick one down. Seraphin's got to kick it across, hit it off a body. It's still alive here for Billytown. Over. If Ford is going to get it, she's going to turn, send it to her teammate. Pachucky trying to get in the way. Still going for Williamsport. They're going to try to cross one. And this is dangerous. Mendola got a little footsie on it, but here's the shot off the backside of Wilkes-Barre area. Luckily, it didn't hit a hand there. Booted up in the air. Still going for Billtown. Wilkes-Barre trying to get it there with Rico and knifing through and knocked down. And they're going to say Williamsport. They're going to call that on Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it was just like a run. You just run into the Wilkes-Barre girl and, you know.
You got a call. Now, The last time they didn't, so I don't want to say a makeup call, but maybe it was fair to get the Williamsport call. This is dangerous right here. Under 17 to play, and Williamsport with one of their best opportunities here in the second half. And they'll send one, and it's still alive. And was that like Velcro to Luna?
That was like just perfectly into Luna's hands.
She was in the perfect position, but it literally was like Velcro. It just stuck right to her. Luckily for Wilkes-Barre, it just things right now going Wilkes-Barre's way by just a little bit. And Williamsport, they can't give up here. They can't give up. It might fall for them, and it could fall not just one goal, maybe more than one. You just don't know. Mendola with the footser off the chest of one of the Wolfpack players. Still alive here in the center for Billtown. Billtown still coming. Stopping on a dime. Wilkes-Barre's got to get back, set up their defense. This young lady's alive. Rico makes a little side move. That was big, just to try to get it out of dodge. And Prashinsky all by herself. Can she make a run down that far side? Gets it to the middle, and that's where traffic is. Got to go wide, got to go wide, got to go wide, right? I thought Prashinsky should have took it far right side there.
Or she could have held up the ball, waited for her midfields to try and get up the field, and then they could have started to get more attack and more players up the top.
And again, hey, Wilkes-Barre is competing right now. They're playing. They're clinging to a one-goal lead and playing with their instincts. And right now, it's good enough for a 1-0 lead. And Seraphin kicks it off, one of the defenders.
Just a little bit
Get a sub in
slower.
here, slow it down, bleed the clock a hair. Pachucky will get the throw-in. Good throw. Off one of the Williamsport defenders. Still in the air. It's going to bounce out here. Ford was trying to play it right on the line. Mendola gets a footsie on it. Going to go down and go out. 14:22 on the clock. Pachucky right off her tootsie toe as Ford was right there. Big throw coming. Nice job there by number 10. That is Deborah Schultz. Sent in, and Luna will come over. Make the save. Under 14 minutes. The Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast tonight. Johnny Mendola. I'm John Mendola. Our students working tonight. We appreciate their efforts here in this District 2-4 girls championship game between Wilkes-Barre and the Wolfpack. Or Wilkes-Barre and the Millionaires, my bad. Millionaires of Williamsport have made that long bus trip on Susquehanna Trailways here tonight. You see the nice bus behind us, Johnny. Comforting, taking that trip, but it is a long trip. Much better trip if they're able to pull off the win. Tough trip if they're not, but they're competing tonight, and you got to like the effort tonight from the Millionaires in white.
Yeah, they won't give up, and that's the kind of attitude you need in a district final game.
Coming up on the 13-minute mark. For Wilkes-Barre, little strategy, subbing in, trying to burn a little clock, not too shabby on that end. You know, you get a couple players in that are fresh, and, you know, it might take 10 or 15 seconds off. And those things will add up. Wilkes-Barre's got to control, possess. They send one. No, Rico. Good luck. Billtown's fans staying after their team to keep their heads in it, and they are. This one's an open opportunity. Here is Ford. Going to look to send it. They've got one down there. Mendola hit off her foot at first. She's still over there trying to see what she could do. Stops it. Defender sends it. Can they keep it in? They cannot. But at least it becomes a better throw in Wilkes-Barre's eyes than whatever was going to happen there. Ford off her head. Mendola's got a shield there. She does. And it'll be a kick here, and Pryor will take it. Johnny, we're under 12 minutes. We're getting down to those single digits, but you see how time goes so fast when you're up here. It's a little different. You know, you're on the field, you're running around, a little different feel to it. But time is flying by tonight here at Wolfpack Stadium on a windy night. It is picked up. Wolfpack trying to possess. Nice slow down there by Prashinsky, hoping her teammate Corchado would get there. And then Wilkes-Barre, Williamsport, Corchado, down, Prashinsky, here comes Seraphin, and sideways Seraphin, she's got a buddy over on the left, Reese, she falls down, Williamsport is there. And then Wilkes-Barre comes up. I missed the name, Johnny, who do we got over there?
It was Catherine Brzezinski, actually, number 7.
Okay. Brzezinski. 10th grader. Still alive here off a tootsie toe. Williamsport's going to roll out. Throw in coming. The wind kicking. Alive here. Wilkes-Barre still trying to stick. Nice play by number 1. Selski kicks it all the way across. Somebody's got to go up and keep running and running and running. Williamsport's running all the way across the field, and nobody's home for the Wolfpack. Up in the air. It's going to go out. Nope. Staying alive right near the bench. That's a heck of a Houdini act there by Billtown. Pryor's going to send this one King Kong style. Prashinsky down there. Somehow it looked like it stopped for a second in the middle. Wilkes-Barre's still coming. Are they going to run for it? Don't give up, and it's still alive. It's still alive. Kick it across, and no.
That's why you don't give up on those plays.
It looked like the ball was going out, but you've got to just keep running and fighting and whatever you got to do on those. Uh-oh, here's Ford. Getting it to her teammate. Wilkes-Barre there. Will they possess? They kick it out. Is it off Williamsport? It's still alive. Billytown's got it. Billytown down the line.
Ooh.
Going Wilkes-Barre's way. Nice defensive effort over there by Catherine Tarnalicki, the senior.
Yeah,
used
seemed
her
like a bit
body.
of a shove by the Williamsport girl.
Yeah, used her body well. Booted up in the air. Dangerous here for, you got to get possession here without creating a foul, and it'll get over to Ford. Here comes Ford. Ford against Mendola. Ford dishes it backwards. Wilkes-Barre across is Williamsport. Wilkes-Barre kicks it out. Somebody came up over there, Johnny, with the headband in the center. Is that number 5?
That's number 4, Addison Corchado.
Nice job by Corchado. Ford now back over Billtown and kicked out by Wilkes-Barre. Under 9 minutes to play here. 1-0. Wilkes-Barre clinging here on the Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast tonight. Johnny Mendola, I'm John Mendola. Ford. Wilkes-Barre. Oh, you don't.
Miscommunication.
Yeah, be careful. Kicked out. They've got to get rid of that ball there. It's just too dangerous. Talk. You got to talk, girls. Throw in coming. Over the head, Ford. And a goal kick coming up. Tough break there for Williamsport. They're knocking. They're knocking.
Yeah, if you're Wilkes-Barre right now, you're going to want to try and keep possession, all these short passes, and just try and play around as much as you could and hold on to that ball.
This is a clock bleeder kind of night. Under 8 minutes to go. Can Wilkes-Barre hold off the Williamsport Millionaires? Booted out. Pryor. Off of Williamsport, it'll roll out, and Wilkes-Barre will grab 20 seconds here. So if you're Wilkes-Barre, take your time, your senior leadership. Hey, your coaches, this is where you got to try to bleed as much as you can. For Williamsport, everything's got to be a priority. Let's get a good possession. Let's try to get something down, or let's get a corner, because one more corner could tie this game up.
Yeah.
Handball going the other way. Tough break there for Billtown. 7-11 remains. District championship on the line between District 2 and District 4. The right to earn a state playoff berth. Pryor booms it. Floated up in the air. Dangerous, dangerous. It's going to float over. Prashinsky's going to chase. Now, what do you do here?
Try.
You got to throw. You're hoping to get
the corner.
The corner. You didn't. And then you throw, and you have a possession. You have a chance. It's a crosser, and it's a corner coming up here for Wilkes-Barre area. 6:30 remains.
Now, maybe on one of these corners, you try and do a short ball and maybe even shield it in the corner.
You could. This early, you could.
Yeah.
But 2 goals, boy, would make a big difference. Let's see. Here comes the crosser. It's a floater, floater, floater. Nobody gets anything on it. Now, finally, the Wolfpack will go lefty, and lefty, lefty. Goes a little lefty. Coming up on that 6-minute mark. .538. The clock is still moving here. Booted out. Williamsport trailing by a goal here at Wolfpack Stadium. Still live here for Billytown. They got a little wiggle room. They got some room. They send it down to Ford. Ford's going to make it there. Ford's still coming. Ford's going to make a move, but knocked out, and a corner is coming. Pachucky trying to say, hey, it went off her foot. Here's that corner opportunity, Johnny, for Williamsport.
This one you got to make sure all your Wolfpack players get back and get on a girl and stay on their man. Very big play right here.
4:51. Could this be Williamsport's answer? They send a high floater. It's up, headed out by Mendola. It's still there. And Williamsport gets another foot on it. It's going to be another corner the other side. Great job by Williamsport of keeping that alive there. So Williamsport will go to the other side. Could this be lucky for them? I just think it could be, it just might be fate here. Williamsport has had these corners. 4:11 now. Booted up in the air. Headed out by somebody there for Wilkes-Barre. Good job. I'll get the number on that one, Johnny. Was that Prashinsky maybe?
Yeah, I think that was Pershinsky that headed it out, and number 5, Reese, that kicked it.
Under 4. And here comes the banger from Williamsport. Corchado sends one down. Offsides. Yes. Seraphin was offsides. 3:41 on the clock. Everybody fired up here tonight. Long ball. Williamsport, it's going to go to Ford's feet. And Ford sends one over to her teammate. Pachucky's going to look. Pachucky, Williamsport. It's going to be just a little wide. That had the right curve. 3 more feet that way.
Could have been the one that took it.
It could have been. 2:59 to go here in our Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast tonight between the Williamsport and Wilkes-Barre area. Still alive here. Williamsport, number 7. That is Bria Phillips. We've mentioned her name a bunch. There's a banger by number 5, Reese. Really sent that down there. 2:30 on the clock, Johnny. Wilkes-Barre. Corchado. They're coming off a body and back over and then hanging in Ford and Pryor. And Pryor got upended over there off her head. No call. It'll be a throw in here for Williamsport with 2:11 remaining. You're Williamsport right now. You got to sell out. Send them all up. Head it out. Williamsport still alive down here, trying to get something on it. They send it straight across. Wilkes-Barre's got to bull rush this one. Don't let her turn. They don't. They get somebody up. Somebody came up hard for Wilkes-Barre. Williamsport back to the middle, and Wilkes-Barre gets a footsie on it. It is Rico, and then she loses it. Back over to Williamsport. 1:37 to go. An exciting game here at Wolfpack Stadium. Alive here. Wilkes-Barre kicks it down, and this will roll and take about 15 seconds off the clock as it's a slow roller on that sideline.
Just what Wolfpack needs.
$1:20 remains. Couple more deep balls for Wilkes-Barre. Nice little step up there. Over on the sideline. More Wilkes-Barre stepping. Black jerseys. They kick it sideways off of Billy Town's legs, but Williamsport now has a rush. Wilkes-Barre's got to find another gear. 1-on-1. Mendola kicks it over to the stands, and that'll lead up 6 seconds, and we're going to throw in here for Williamsport. The final surge from Billy Town coming up. Booted up in the air. Williamsport is going to have to try to find a final rush here from the 50. Kicked over to the side. Is it going to take that bounce for or against Williamsport? Still alive here for Williamsport over on the side. They're going to cross this thing.
Got to keep running.
Kicked out. The corner is coming, Johnny, with 29 seconds to go. How exciting is this? Williamsport with one final surge here to try to put the ball in the back of the net and tie this thing up. Billtown sends it across. Wilkes-Barre gets a footsie on it. 13 seconds remain. Still a chance for Williamsport. Coming out. Uh-oh. Coming to Luna. Over the top. And the Wilkes-Barre area Wolfpack win.
They have just won their first district title.
Congratulations to the Wolfpack. You got to feel for Williamsport. Man, they left their hearts on the field. They played one heck of a game. This is tough for Williamsport. What an effort from the Millionaires.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to Williamsport on a great season. Champions for District 4 technically. Wilkes-Barre gets the District 2 title. They'll play in their first state playoff game for the girls soccer program. Congratulations to Coach Desiree Kreidler and assistant Jason Nolan. And through the hard work of that crew, somehow they found a way to get the job done. 1-0 on Leah Pryor's goal. It stood up.
One heck of a game here today.
All right, our Wilkes-Barre area student broadcast, we're going to wrap it up here. Congratulations to Wilkes-Barre and Williamsport on fine seasons. Have a good night, everybody. Johnny Mandola, I'm John Mandola. Good night.